Okay, setting a proper motivation with 3 points. Refuge field, visuals of Buddha Shakyamuni, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas. And that they are so loving, caring, and embracing. And also visualize your 2 kind parents on 2 sides, and all your family members, including children, and all other dear sentient beings with you. And when you remember that generally this is what I feel very strongly, that anybody who is loving, caring to their parents, the person is way happier in their life than somebody who is extremely rebellious and not being kind, rude to the parents. And the purpose of this practice is to awaken your seed of perfection within us, the treasure, ultimate treasure, happiness within you, which is the Buddha nature, by remove the mental defilements, but through resorting to a very powerful remedy, which is the non-dual wisdom of emptiness, and the Bodhi, the motivation, which is driven by great compassion, and which in turn, great compassion in turn rests on the sense of renunciation. With this mind, let us turn to page 3. And through the great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. And through the great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. And through the great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulation and practice of giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sanje jodo zoge jonam la chanjo pardo dane gyalso che tage jinso kebe sonam ge trola penjere sanje drubare sho Sanje jodo zoge jonam la chanjo pardo dane gyalso che Dage jinso kebe sonam ye drola penjere sanje drubare sho Sanje joda zoge jonam lo chanju pardo dane yas drola penjere sanje drubare sho Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. I appreciate the consummate Buddha, the supreme of all teachers, the one who taught this peace which is free of elaborations. I appreciate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all leads hearers seeking pacification and complete peace, which through the knowledge of past causes souls helping migrate to achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession which helps subdue us expand varieties of teachings. The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings. The teacher, Sugata and protector, to you are my prostrations. The one who has eliminated the web of conceptualizations, vast and profound, and who turned the chance for the forever noble light rays, to you the Buddha make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I chant the motto of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Om Yedalama Hetu Prabhavam Hetum gato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha eva bhate mahashramanaya swaha Om Yedarama Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tejam Dathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodha Eva Bhate Mahashramanaya Swaha Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodha Eva Bhate Mahashramanaya Swaha All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well as taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light and non-composite. Such is nectar that Dharma have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I'll return to words. Beyond utterance, thought and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceased, and has a nature space. Is the object of evidential self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas of the three times, I bear obeisance. The forces of the Buddha's teachings. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are the nature of suffering. All phenomena are the nature of emptiness, selflessness. Transcendent sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dhamma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha. The Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings of miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expansive billions of eons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realization does not transfer to them. It is by teaching the truth of suchness that the beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered mysteries gloom. Instructions imparting from the four attachments. If attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Page 14. Praise to Shaman Buddha. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the four destroyer, the completely perfected and fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, nor the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the complete and fully awakened one, and our transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme amongst humans, you are born on this earth, you pace our seven strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, flame that blazes in the three worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With a supreme science face as spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dressed really like you, the three worlds are not, incomparable wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, field of merit with qualities like vast ocean, to you the Tathagata I prostrate. The purity that frees from attachment, the virtue that frees from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dhamma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated also show the path to liberation, wholly feel qualified with realizations, who are devoted to moral precepts, to you the Sangha I prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. This is a teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame of lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings subdue the four falls, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Heart Sutra, page 29. The Perfection Wisdom Sutra. I prostrate to the Arahantable Gem. The Buddha was dwelling on the mass of Valjas mountain, Rajgriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom, look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly, beholding those five aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness of form, empty is not other than form, form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composite factors, and consciousness empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristic, unproduced, unseen, stainless, without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composite factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomena. There is no I element, and so on, up to and including no mind element and no mental conscious element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering or origination, cessation path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, also no non-attainment. Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the endpoint of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, mantra equal to the unequaled, mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared. Deyata Om Gade Gade Bara Gade Bara Samgade Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Buddha arose from their concentration and commanded the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, well said. It is like that one should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you indicated, even that the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha, having thus spoken, the Venerable Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara, those around in the entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised as spoken by the Buddha. Okay, since that we are all there in Rajgir, the Vacha speak, the one day with the other. Let's just imagine that we are there. Buddha Shakyamuni presiding over the congregation, His Holiness the Dharmadeva, Avalokiteshvara, Shariputra, and all the bodhisattvas, the monks, the nuns, lay devotees, everyone is there. And you, your parents, your children, all the sentient beings are there. And the Buddha Shakyamuni exhorting us, don't remain in the fears of samsara. There's always a way out. It's just the way how you fix your cognitive thinking, that your feelings will be changed from unpleasant to pleasant, and that the mental factor of the intention will then from push it will embrace. This is where the healing takes place, and the ultimate healing is the full awakening of your potential, your own potential within, which is the ultimate treasure of happiness. And for that matter, you don't have to live in the fears of samsara, the tears of samsara. Come to his full awakening, come to his ultimate happiness. And you hearing what the Buddha Shakyamuni is exhorting, you inform this to all your family members, including children, parents, and all dim sentient beings, to the extent that each one of them feels themselves that we're so fortunate to be connected with this fully awakened, enlightened Master, and they're so inspired by you that they join you in this process, in this the activity of cleansing the mind of the mental defilements, in the process of the 5 steps. Gade, gade, samgade, bodhiswaha. Okay, let's recite this 5 times. Day-8 Om Gade Gade Paragade Parasamgade Bodhiswaha Tyatha Om Gade Gade Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyatha Paragate Swaha. By the teachings of 3 supreme jewels possessing power of truth, may inner and outer hindrances be transformed, may they be dispelled, may they be non-existent, may they be pacified, may all negative forces opposed to the Dharma be completely pacified, may the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified, may we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to the Dharma, may all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma, may auspicions of perfect happiness pervade this place now. 8 verses for training the mind, page 35, by Geshe Langri. With the determination to achieve the highest aim, for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, may I hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest amongst all, and from the very depths of my heart, respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe into my mind, and as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise, as they endanger myself and others, may I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character, and those oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear, for they are rare to find, as if I have discovered a jewel treasure. When others out of jealousy treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or in whom I have placed great hopes mistreats me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all hurts and pains of my mothers. May all these remain undefiled by the stains of the 8 mundane concerns, and may I, recognizing all things as illusions, the word of clinging be released from bondage. From my 2 collections, vast the space that I have amassed, from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is blinded by ignorance. Page 37, the next page, 7 in practice, excerpt from the King of Prayers, the extraordinary aspiration of the practice of Samadhi. I bow down to the useful Manjushri, You, the Buddhas, the lions amongst humans, incarnate of freedom in the present, past, and future. In the words of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With energy or aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualize as real, I bow down. On every particle of Buddhas, numberless particles, each amidst the host of Bodhisattvas, and I'm confident the sphere of all phenomena with infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking accidents of Buddhas and celebrate all of you Sugatas. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense offered to you victorious ones, the Buddhas. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood heaped out Mount Miro, all wondrous offerings and spectacular array offered to you victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I've done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and ignorance, all these are openly laid bare before you. I lift my heart and rejoice in all the merits of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers, hearers in training, and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You are the bright lights of the worlds in 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening. All you are my guides, please turn the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request who please stay with us for eons, numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wondrous in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have accumulated by making prostrations, offerings, and confessing, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, now I dedicate all this for the full awakening. Short mantle offering. Next page, page 40, mantle offering. This ground, adorned with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha failed and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. O Sajebe Geshe Mendo Ta The 4 Dhammas Venerable Gampopa. Okay, this is, I'll quickly explain this here. This is very important. Venerable Gampopa was the direct disciple of the which is the Milarepa. This is Milarepa, the one who is respected to have attained enlightenment within a single lifetime, became Buddha within a single lifetime. And I remember I did mention this to you, that you must read his biography. There's no translation? Oh, very good. Thank you. Okay. Just Milarepa, the one who became, I'm recommending everybody to read his biography, which is available in English. I'm sure it is in Russian also. Very good. So I would suggest all of us to read this biography. Very, very, very inspiring. First half of the life story is how he went through difficulties. He was born in an ultra-rich family and finally went through such a decline because of the bad manners of or bad treatment of his uncle and aunt, and his mother suffered, he suffered, his little sister suffered, and finally, the second part of the life story, he was sent to learn black magic to retaliate his uncle and aunt's behaviors, and then finally got into engaging in negativities, and finally they then saw the spiritual path, then became a fully, they met with the teacher who exactly knew who just Milarepa is, and on that basis he trained him so well through different means, and finally he became enlightened. And then the next half of the biography is his teachings not in the form of the scriptural, the textual, the books, but in the form of life story, in the form of his life, meeting different people, and finally how his teachings revolve around combating the self-grasping ignorance and self-centered, amazingly inspiring the stories. So I would highly recommend that. And among his disciples there were some who were his key disciples. The main responsible for now the Gaya tradition Buddhism spreading everywhere is because of Venerable Gambupa, this teacher, who said these 4 lines. And these 4 lines are extremely important for us, and particularly so relevant to people like us. They say going to the Dharma for the first time, where our concept of merit is not there. Say, in the case of the people who are born in the Buddhist family, they already have, and not only Buddhist family, even in the I would say generally in the Indian family, and then from India. India's an amazing country. It gave birth to all these traditions where the basic fabric of merit accumulation is much more the same. And then it spreads to China, Tibet, Mongolia, all the Himalayan belt, and then to Japan, Korea, Vietnam, and of course in the first in BC during the King Ashoka's time to Sri Lanka, then from there Burma, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos is amazing. So the point is that so with this, they say, particularly from those who are newly admiring the Buddha's teachings, for them, they're mostly attracted by the cognitive rigor of the Buddha's teachings, cognitive rigor, which is philosophy and psychology, extremely rich, so rich and applicable to your life, real life, so easily. And the more they can say cognitive active you are, more you appreciate the depth. At the same time, there's another element of the merit accumulation. Example that I give to some people is the running. Running, there are 2 running. One is short distance, where you need the speed. And second running is where you need the stamina. Speed will not help. Speed, stamina, both are required, particularly stamina is very important. So, when I was a little boy, I have no concept of stamina. Speed is so visible, stamina is not visible. I share the story with you. When in school, when I was a little boy, age 8 or 9, they say we all have the whole school consisting about maybe 1,500 students. And the students are all divided into 4 groups. And there were always competitions among these 4 groups. Academic, the sports, so always competition among these 4 groups. And all these small children, they have so much affinity, fanaticism with one's group. And then I belong to the color blue, which is Tisong. Tisong comes in meaning the house. Tisong house. So I was not in competition, but we all go there as spectators for the marathon. Then the first, the competitors, they have to run the whole field and then long distance. So the first, the boy from my house, he was taking the lead. First and the second, there's a big gap. I feel so proud. My house, look, amazing. So now our house number one, no doubt. Because I only believe in speed. I don't believe it. I have no concept of stamina. Then expecting, okay, now I was hearing after about like 1 hour that, oh, now they're coming. Now they're coming. After a long distance run, they're coming. Unexpecting, the blue color shirt. No blue, yellow. No, first red. Oh, okay, never mind. Second one, blue, no doubt. Second one, again red. Third, yellow. Green. Again yellow. Green. Nowhere. And after number 10 or 11, another blue come, but that was not that boy. A different blue came. Then this boy was somewhere last. I was confused. What happened? I was confused. Because I didn't have any concept of stamina. I only see what is speed. It's so visible. Stamina is not visible. So, if you do, modern education style, it does not have the concept of the merit. It honestly has a concept of intellectual rigor. Whereas Buddhism sees things very broadly. Not only Buddhism, even Hinduism, Jainism, these three religions, they have a very comprehensive concept of intellectual rigor and the merit accumulation. Rigor of the merit, both are required. For some people, in terms of their academic performance, in terms of the leadership, they may not be too vibrant, but they're very consistent, and they will come to find these people will dominate. These people dominate the area. There's no immediate the vibrancy, but deep inside there's a stamina there. There's merit energy there. This energy will take these people far away. Okay, so merit accumulation is very important. So with this in mind, the four dharmas of Venerable Gampopa, people like us, who are from the modern education background, they say the merit accumulation part is missing. Academic rigor is very good, but this academic rigor is like, say, building a tower. How many agree with me? As you build the tower higher and higher, you require the scaffolding broader and broader. How many agree with me? Finally, the scaffolding you have to remove for this high-rise tower. But when you build it, you require the support of the scaffolding, broader and broader. Higher you rise, the broader. Because if the scaffolding is missing, it goes too high, it will collapse. You're getting it? So academic rigor is so precious. Academic rigor, the wisdom of emptiness. This academic rigor is so rigorous. And it not only just rigor, there's the nuances there. It go deep nuances there. The nuance depth, which is it's like the high-rise building, and it must be supported by the scaffolding of the merit. If the merit is missing, the person can collapse any time. For example, like I remember for the Nalanda studies, the Tibet House Nalanda studies, when we say Nalanda, don't associate Nalanda with Tibet House. You getting it? Sometimes we are being too naive. People think Nalanda, Tibet House. No, that's not true. Nalanda, 2,000 years old history. So we are carrying forth this torch, a tiny torch of the Nalanda, but Nalanda per se is a so vibrant tradition, so vibrant. Okay. So with this in mind, and what I'm saying is that academic rigor plus the merit accumulation, and that some of the people from the Nalanda course from Tibet House, Initially, they have the speed. You can see the vibrancy there. Stamina is missing. The energy merit is missing. Because of this, suddenly they disappear, like this boy. Disappear. And finally, say 40 participants, and he came like 38 or 39. You getting it? Last. Because no stamina. His speed, his rigor, but no stamina. That's the problem. Stamina is energy. A car, very fast running car, high-speed car, but no fuel. What do? Car gets stuck, cannot move. So, for this matter, these 4 points, they act so precisely relevant to the people like us who plunge into Dharma, right? So first he says, may be blessed, my mind is directed towards the Dharma. Your mind is somehow directed towards the Dharma. This is so precious. So precious, number one. Number two, when you go in this Dharma, in Tibet it is Lo Chu Su Drobar Chingilop, the first one. Second one, Chu Lamdu Lombar Chingilop. Chu Lamdu Lombar Chingilop. Okay. Chu Lamdu Lombar Chingilop, this is the second line. May I be blessed that my Dharma practice is on the proper path. So that Lamdu Lomba, this is a literal translation here. Actually what it means that when I pursue the Dharma, Lamdu Lomba, pursue the Dharma, may I not encounter obstacles. This is meaning. Obstacles, the visible obstacles. For example, like becoming sick, or distracted by other people, or encountering with difficult situations where I cannot pursue the Dharma anymore. For example, some bad tragedies happen here, there, your mind is pulled everywhere, and you don't have time for Dharma. These are the like, that's my Dharma practice doesn't meet the obstacles. This is meaning, the second one, rather than the proper path. But Tibetan word is proper path. Lamdu Lomba, proper path. Then the third one, may be blessed that the path is free of flaws. That is more in line with number two, actually. Number two, English translation. Lam Truva Sabar Shingulop. Lam Truva Sabar Shingulop. Which means that, okay, now you meet with the Dharma number one. Then you don't meet the obstacles. Like you are healthy, and your people, your family members, they are not really against you following the Dharma, and all things are in favor of you. Then you become a little good in Dharma, emptiness, bodhicitta, non-affirming, positive, and so forth. And then people will come, right? Okay. And the thieves come where? Thieves come to a beggar's house, to a rich house. Thieves will never come, even if you pay the thief. Please go to the beggar's house and steal something. What will I get? You're going to, when you don't know any Dharma, particular philosophy, psychology, no thief will come to you. When you become little knowledge, emptiness. Oh, emptiness. What is it? Non-affirming negative. You're getting it? Ultimate analysis, conventional analysis. Wow, this person's learned. Then the thieves will come. They see this. You have some wealth. So the thieves you will attract thieves. Who are these thieves? These metaphorical thieves, not real thieves. The people who said that, oh, you're doing this, amazing. There's this tradition, there's this tradition, there's this meditation, this practice. What are you doing? What practice you're doing? No, I'm meditating. What is analytic meditation? Practice, right? Practice. You have to study. Geshe said, study. What study? Buddha, what did the Buddha do under Bodhi tree? Was he reading books? Or he was meditating? He was meditating. So look, what study? Practice, right? Practice. And then, oh, I see, where should I go, right? Come to this practice-oriented thing, real Dharma. Then you go there. Then you say, you write to Tibet House saying that, yeah, please, I cannot continue because I have to for a retreat. Finish. Terminate. This is meaning of, may I be blessed that my path is free of flaws. You getting it? Meaning that may I not meet with the wrong directions. May my mind, may my path may not go in the wrong directions. This is what Bodhisattva Shantideva want. In chapter 9, Bodhisattva Shantideva want that there are so many wrong paths. You're getting it? So many wrong paths, you can easily be deviated. Easily. Not when you are new. Not when you are new, because you have nothing to give. Whereas you get something, then people come. You can be deviated very easily. Then how do you know which is correct path, which is not wrong path? Very easy. Study well first. Study well. Get a good picture of all Buddhism. Okay. What is this Buddhism? What is that Buddhism? What is that? Study them. Study them. You don't have to study in detail. Study them. You get a good picture. You get at least a minimum 50-60% of these traditions. And then once you get, for example, the Nalanda tradition, if you study this, it is like the master key. Master key. With the master key, you go anywhere, you open the doors. It's very easy. Believe it or not, I did not study Western philosophy at all. Studying this now, when young people who are doing PhD, they have to apply, they have to sit for exam in Western philosophy. I call them, I read, and I'll tell them. You're getting it? This is knowledge. It's amazing. It makes your intelligence sharp, and the information that you get is so like a master key. It can open any other doors. You're getting it? Then all the other traditions, they become like as if like you get everything in your hand. This is why Nalanda in today, all the great people who may not study Nalanda tradition themselves, but in their speech, they mention about Nalanda all the time. For example, the president of India, the former president, he in his speech, in the Republic Day, he said that in this world, Nalanda University is the first university in this world. He said in his national speech. So this is it. That is the one which is actually seen as the source of the academic rigor, the pride of the Buddhism for everybody. So when you have this master key, with the master key, you can open any doors. You can interact with modern scientists. You can interact with the Western psychologists. You can interact with the cognitive scientists. You can interact with Western philosophers. Very easy. Hindu tradition, Hindu philosophical discussions, Jain philosophical discussions, you can get anywhere so easy. And within Buddhism, you can easily communicate with the Theravada Buddhism. And you can see where the clarity is missing. You can easily find it. Okay, so this is where one should be extremely wise. So once you get the master key, nobody can deviate you. So perhaps somebody says that come to this, and you know that tradition better than that person who is following that tradition. You know better. Because in the communication, you see that the other person is missing so much of rigor, clarity. And whereas you have the clarity, this is the greatness of the Nalanda tradition. So, this is number 3. May be blessed that the path is free of flaws. And the fourth one is so profound. Fourth one, we cannot do it at the moment. Fourth one will make sense when your realization emptiness comes to you and your bodhicitta, understand dependent origination, invigorating your bodhicitta practice, and the understanding of emptiness, again through dependent origination. When that happens, then the fourth one will make amazing sense. At that point, you do not have to be scared of anything. You go anywhere, wrong direction, good direction, any direction is beautiful for you. That is total freedom. What is that? It is like going to a shop where you get the statue of the Buddha, Jesus Christ, Ram, Prophet, all these, Lord Marvin and so forth, and at the end of the shop where you get the statue of the demons. Which of the statues would you buy? Would you go, oh, demons is so obnoxious. It's so beautiful, the Mary, right? And Jesus Christ, Buddha, and so forth. Now, say, you can discover that even these statues of the demons, all these statues are made of diamond. You discover that these are actually statues of diamond. What are you going to dump them? No. So all of them, they come in the different facades. Material-wise, is all diamond. We're in the land of diamond. In both cases, in both shops, there is diamond. So both are so precious. So when you reach that level where you realize emptiness, and through dependent origination, emptiness becomes very clear, sharp, and bodhicitta vigorous, then at that point everything is beautiful. So there, this great Tibetan teacher, which is Milarepa, what he said is that for me, anything that I see is the scripture. Anything that I hear, Milarepa, you step it. Even this word, even that is a mantra for me. Anything, say beautiful roses or the withered roses, both are beautiful for me. Both are scriptures. What is scripture? Scripture means something which can trigger virtue within you. Anything can trigger virtue. No non-virtues arise. You're getting it? That's the time when you see everything in the light of the emptiness, then nothing can affect your mind. So that is the fourth one. May I be blessed that the flaws, even if I see the obstacles and flaws, may I be able to see them in the light of exalted wisdom. Wisdom to see the emptiness. You're getting it? That's very high level, but we can include that in form of prayer. Okay, let's say this together. The four dharmas of Venerable Gambopa. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the dharma. May I be blessed that my dharma practice is on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. May I be blessed that the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. The four dharmas of Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva. So these four constitute the element of first one, renunciation. Second one, bodhicitta. Third one, wisdom of emptiness. Fourth one is the non-dual wisdom, the non-duality of the bliss and emptiness. Okay, the form, these are the total synopsis, the summary of the Mahayana teachings, rigorous Mahayana teachings, complete. You go anywhere which follow Mahayana tradition, anywhere, you see that somehow it's talking about one of these fours. If you have these fours intact, you have the whole of Buddhism in your hand. Not only the whole of Buddhism, whole entire corpus of the philosophical or the cognitive, the tradition of the whole world is in your hand. These four, if you have this form. So, and I said the four dharmas of Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva. So, Bhikshu Mahasattva, I refer to my own teacher. I mentioned this during the day 1 or day 2. As my own teacher, my teacher, Genlamne Barimpoche. And before he passed away, he left some passages, and which were passed, a copy of which was passed to me by one of this student, and then I looked at it. I was really amazed. This is very comprehensive of the Buddha Dharma, and then I added from His Holiness's usual teachings. From there, I added some points, made it give a little shape to this by adding His Holiness's very broad, the very profound things together. So this is now what we have here in front of us. Okay, let's read this together also. And if somebody were to ask you, what does it mean by renunciation? Go to this is a technical understanding plus experiential presentation. Both are there. What is bodhicitta? Again here, it is the technical definition, technical answer, plus experiential presentation. Likewise, wisdom of emptiness, likewise the bliss of union of bliss and emptiness. Okay. The four dharmas of Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva, becoming utterly frustrated with the ignorance that grasps true existence, please bless me with genuine renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as viciously repulsive. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious wisdom of the non-duality bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratnam and Lagam Niratiyami. Next, page 42, The Foundation of All Good Qualities, The Roadmap to Enlightenment by Lama Tsongkhapa, 14th century Enlightened Master. The foundation of all good qualities is a kind and a perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to regenerate mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After that, just like a shadow follows the body, results of virtuous and non-virtuous karmas follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativity and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is a door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, great question arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the Pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this sensation practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all my other migratory beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 types of morality, I'll not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I pacify distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly my special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the 2 attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the 2 stages, essence of Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice their long lives, please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the stages and the paths, may quickly attain the state of Vajratara. Maximum verse. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, disturb hosts of demons without exception. Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sage of the land of snows, lost on Tabai, at your feet I make prostrations. Or we'll chant this together. Jerese Temekembe Ombojambeya Kanjekebe Ye Kama Lo Satabe Shabla Sovade Memetzevete Jerese Temekembe Ombojambeya je ke be zo ge zo ka ba lo sa ta be sha la so wa de me ze ve te je re se te me ke be o bo ja me ya je ke be zo ge zo ga ba lo sa ta be sha la so wa de. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, disturb hosts of demons without exception, Zonka Abba, crown jewel of the sage of the snows, Losan Taba at your feet and make prostrations. Okay, next. Tamje Nejuk Sem Kyepa in Tibetan, generated Manzukanzama Yoga. The 4 points. The actual practice. The first 5 minutes breathing meditation. Okay, for this, first we will do the physical exercise. Next, breathing exercise, physical exercise, breathing exercise, and breathing meditation. Okay, hold your 2 knees with your arms straight, hold your 2 knees, back one upright, right shoulder, closer, bring it closer towards your left knee. Ready? 3 times. 1, 2. Okay, I still see some people, your right shoulder, when you bring the right shoulder closer towards your left knee, your arm, some people, they arm bend like this, right? Arm should be straight. The other arm, the left arm can be bent, right arm should be straight like this. Joshua, your arm is still, yes, it should be straight. Okay, do it 3 times. Hey, Armin, what happened? You seem like an old man. I see. Okay, do it 3 times, right? Okay, good. Okay, let's do it together once more. Right, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Left. 1, 2, 3. Right. 1, 2, 3. Left. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now the breathing exercise. Thumbs in, create a fist on your knees. Okay, pull. Left side, forefinger, block your right nostril 3 times. Once more, pull. Good. Once more. Both on your knees. Breathe through both nostrils. Oh yeah. Once more. 9 rounds once more. This is also known as 9-round breathing exercise. Okay, pull to the left side. Once more. Once more. Are you good? Now the breathing exercise, breathing meditation, 5 minutes. Ready? Okay, quick. Body posture, 2 most important things. One is the backbone upright, and meanwhile keep it very flexible. Number 2, eyes not closed. Eyes half open, 45 degrees cast down, and that's it. And this is your body posture, and of course right hand on the left hand, the 2 thumbs joining, forming a triangle, place on your lap in restful state. This is your body posture. And then the focal point, the breath, focus on the count of the breath, and the multitasking, tiny white dot, mid nose and upper lip. Okay. And generally speaking, say if you feel any problem, they say instead of you modifying your own practice, don't do that. Don't do that because you don't know the consequences. You don't know what is the next step further with things. So always check with your teachers to make sure that if you feel difficulty with whatever, we need to check with your teachers to make sure that, say, don't say that, can I do that? Instead of that, this is a problem, and let's see. And this is very important. So therefore, don't try to. It's not for you. For the people who you know, many people they say I start meditating on the basis of the YouTube instructions. This is very dangerous. You're getting it? YouTube you can learn later. In the beginning, you must get it from the genuine lineage. Otherwise, you can end up with problems. I meet with a lot of people who come with the problems, and then oftentimes I give the warning first, and the person doesn't listen to the warning. They then have a problem. They come to me. I said, this is not my creation. I already give the warning. It's not my creation. So now, whosoever gives the instruction, whosoever did it, you have to go to that person, not me. You're getting it? So what I'm saying is that these are so important. Don't just do things rashly, thinking that, because there are so many things which will be unfolded one by one, not all at a time. As you experience the first step, you will see the second. As you experience the second, then the third step. So this is what we should be doing. With this mind, this is a focal point. Number 3, identify the errors of meditation. Too many and then when you do specialize in the meditation, then you will encounter with the different strange complications or strange obstacles. You have to check with your teachers. So we just simply put it as is the mental laxity and excitement. But in actual practice, there can be many nuanced obstacles can be there. And then finally overcome remedies to overcome new problems. And remedies, generally speaking, twofold. But there can be very nuanced remedies also depending on your situation. So this is what we need to remember. Remedy mindful, introspection mindfulness. Make sure that you go into the distraction or mental laxity, and then don't stay in this state. You're building a very bad habit. Say you feel exhausted, tired, and you're meditating. If you're not meditating, that's a different story. If you're meditating and you feel that your mind is sinking, and still you stay, you know that your mind is sinking, still you stay there, you're building a very bad habit. Then later on, you have to undo. First, you have to spend time to undo that bad habit. It'll take a lot of time. So, applying the 2 remedies is very important. Ready? 5 minutes. Next renunciation. We'll do that on basis of 4 seals. We'll do it on our own, without guided. Without guided. Or guided. Huh? Okay, you look like without guided. Okay, today without guided, tomorrow, since tomorrow's last day. Tomorrow's last day. Rishi, tomorrow's last day. Huh? Wow, tomorrow for Rishi it is like 9 days, it's like 2 days. Right? It's too short. Okay, so tomorrow's last day, we'll do guided tomorrow, and today will not. They will do without guided. Try, and then if you try, then you say, okay. Some people say that I'm at emptiness, and it finishes in 2 minutes. Right? So they will not meditate. So then they will value. Then they'll value the guided meditation. But don't be dependent on the guided meditation all the time. Eventually you should become independent, not be guided. Okay, so today, without guided, I'll give few instructions here and there. Otherwise, mainly it's going to be non-guided. Ready? Renunciation. Renunciation is to renounce our miseries, anxieties, anguish, fear, the tears of samsara, involuntary birth, incessant, the involuntary birth in samsara. To stop that, to stop these miseries, we need to know how to stop the cause of the miseries, the truth of suffering and the truth of cause of suffering. The Buddha taught, Ye dharma hetu prabhava. All these phenomena arise from causes. They do not come randomly. Unless we tackle the causes, there's no way by which we can stop the miseries. What are the causes? The cause the Buddha identified, primarily the root is the ignorance. And the ignorance is varying levels, 4 of which I indicated. And to counteract these 4 levels of ignorance, Buddha taught the 4 seals. The first, all composite things are impermanent. all contaminated things of suffering nature. Everything's nature, emptiness and selflessness. You can think of the four essentials to establish emptiness one by one. And tomorrow we'll do the guided. Today just see if you can do that. Today we're going to do the emptiness of a flower, beautiful flower. Transcendent source, absolute peace. Generate a very strong aspiration. May I maintain this experience of emptiness where all my miseries are transcended, where all my sorrows, agitations, anxiety, irritation are transcended, and a profound, stable peace dawns within me. This is the actual experience, this is the actual understanding, most profound understanding of renunciation. Slowly come out of this practice, take a few seconds break before we move to the Bodhisattva practice. Are you ready? Today we'll complete all the 4 immeasurables. Ready? Okay. Given that this Bodhicitta is so precious, the experience of this unconditional love, universal love, is such a freedom. You'll feel such a freedom of your mind. Your mind eases. It's amazing. It simply releases us from the mental suffocation. They're so precious. We have never experienced that before. Therefore, we require a lot of support, inspiration, and blessings from the role models, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Let us invoke all these Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, particularly the Buddha Shakyamuni, who was moved by this motivation of compassion, taking him to seek the help of teachers, and eventually found the teacher in the form of the wisdom of emptiness. He experimented it and experienced Sugata, where all the stress, anxiety, and ignorance are transcended. And with this experience, he went to protect the beings. This was Acharya Dignaga put in the form of 2 lines. The one who is transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings. The teacher, Sugata, and protector to emig prostrations. And His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the embodiment of this universal compassion today, the champion of compassion. While Mahatma Gandhi is considered the champion of the ahimsa, non-violence, His Holiness is revered as the champion of compassion in this world. And all the enlightened masters who you consider as a source of inspiration for the universal compassion. And your parents, your children, all demonstration with you. Immeasurable loving kindness. So when we do just the first 2 immeasurables, it will be possible to do the immeasurable compassion first, followed by immeasurable loving kindness second. Whereas when doing all the 4 together, in the very standard text, many of the standard texts, immeasurable loving kindness is said first, followed by the immeasurable compassion, followed by immeasurable joy, and immeasurable equanimity. So we'll follow that trend, immeasurable loving kindness. And at times this practice can become so superficial, it doesn't matter. This is the meaning of the practice. You start with the practice of music. There's no music, there's no noise. You keep practicing. Gradually it becomes real, beautiful music. This is the meaning of the practice. Immeasurable loving kindness. How good would it be that all my dear Mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causeless happiness. Causeless happiness primarily consisting of the most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness and the most appealing mind of the bodhicitta, which cherishes to become Buddha for the benefit of all dear Mother sentient beings. May all my dear Mother sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. I will take the responsibility that all my dear Mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the cause of happiness. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, like the mother after all these many years of raising her children, and today the eldest daughter is just age 12 and the eldest son is 11. 2 of them come to the mother, telling the mother, You have done everything for us. You love us so much. You shower so much love and affection, care to us all these many years. And we are grown up now. We'll take care of all our siblings. And Mom, please take rest. The mother could not believe her eyes and ears. Tears of joy coming out of her eyes. This is exactly what is happening to all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas today. To see that you are making such a courageous commitment to take the responsibility of all the demonstration beings on your shoulder. And this happiness, joy, invoke their compassionate minds to send forth nectars every soothing lights towards you and to all demonstration beings. Their mere touch of lights and nectars with the bodies and beings yours instills in all happiness and the cause of happiness in the minds of sentient beings yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening towards all of the sentient beings. You are intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Immeasurable compassion. How good would it be that all my sentient beings are freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. The cause of suffering primarily consisting of self-grasping ignorance and self-centered attitude. May all my sentient beings be freed from suffering and the causes of suffering. I will take the responsibility that all my sentient beings are freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. The Buddha's Bodhisattvas witnessing that you are making such a courageous commitment, their intense happiness and proud of you, this pride and happiness invoke their compassionate minds to send forth nectars very soothing lights towards you and all sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars with the bodies beings yours washes away all the miseries and the causes of miseries from the sentient beings yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to us all the sentient beings. You are intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Immeasurable joy. How good would it be that all my sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness they then doubt with. May all my sentient beings never be separated from happiness and the causes of happiness they then doubt with. I will take the responsibility that all my sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they doubt with. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you are making such a courageous commitment to take the responsibility of all the sentient beings, they are intensely happy. This happiness and joy invoke their compassionate minds to send forth nectars very soothing lights towards you and all sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars with bodies beings yours stabilizes the happiness and the cause of happiness that all the sentient beings yourself are endowed with. And you witnessing such a miracle happening toward all the sentient beings, you are intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Immeasurable equanimity. How good would it be that all my sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all other mother sentient beings equally, without anger, without attachment, leaving them aside. May all my dear mother sentient beings be freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. I will take the responsibility that all my dear mother sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, witnessing that we are making such a courageous commitment, they're intensely happy. In the manner in which the mother, after all these many years of raising children, today, her little girl, aged 12, and little son, aged 11, come to the mother, tell the mother, Mom, please take rest. You have done everything for us. You have just imagine how much love and affection that you have showered on us. Now we have grown up. We'll take care of ourselves. We'll take care of all the other siblings. Mom, please take rest. You couldn't believe. The mother couldn't believe her eyes and ears to see such wonders happening today. The wonder that her daughter and her son, though very tender in age, they brought tears of joy flowing through her eyes. This is exactly what is happening to all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas. This joy and happiness the Buddhist Bodhisattvas feel invoke their compassionate minds to send for nectars and very soothing light to you and all the sentient beings. And the mere touch of lasting nectars with the body space is yours. Washes of all the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, making them abide in a state of great equanimity, embracing all other demonstrations with total love and affection, without leaving aside anyone. And you witnessing such a medical acceptance towards all of the sentient beings, you're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Underscoring all the four principles is unconditional love towards all the beings. Abundance experience for the unconditional love, the most beautiful beautiful feeling of love and affection, the foundation for you to generate bodhicitta, which eventually gives rise to the blossoming of the flowers and the fruits of the Buddhahood for you, for the benefit of all sentient beings. With folded hands, let us make a bodhicitta commitment together 3 times. Here in this land of enlightenment, where the Buddhist Prince Siddhartha became Buddha, motivated by this incredibly beautiful, powerful mind of bodhicitta, let us also generate the same mind. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. Abundance, most beautiful mind, the most appealing mind of the universe, this bodhicitta. Slowly transform this beautiful mind of bodhicitta into a spotlessly clean white moon disk, horizontally sitting with the heart. It's amazing that you made such a courageous commitment to become Buddha. But remember, no matter how much you squeeze a handful of sand, no oil comes out. Yes, I know that. After Buddha nature within me, after ultimate treasure, happiness, ultimate source of solace for myself and for all undimensional beings within me, Buddha nature within me. But if the case, how come that is not activated since time immemorial till today, since primordially till today? Yes, It's all because that I'm being deceived by the two demons, self-grasping, ignorance, self-centered attitude. Today, I'm disillusioned by these two demons. I'm going to do everything to exterminate these two demons so that my Buddha nature will be awakened fully. What are you going to do? I'm going to resort to a very powerful remedy. What is that? The wisdom of emptiness. Okay, let's quickly retrieve the emptiness, the emptiness experience that you've meditated early as the third seal, third of the four seals of the Buddhist teachings. Okay, let's say the flower. Visualize very beautiful flower in front of us. How does it appear to you? So object real, nothing to do with my mind, independent of my mind. That belief is a self-grasping ignorance. And how do you know that this is ignorance and this is not that in mind? Okay, that's easy. Remember what Nagarjuna taught. If the mirage were to be water, or not those close by the mirage see water, or a similar token reasoning, if this flower would exist objectively, why don't I see this flower as I go close to this object? Okay, now that we know the technicalities, let us subject this flower to ultimate analysis. Subject to flower to ultimate analysis, we just see the pool of cells, and each cell made of molecules. Each cell made of nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, a nucleus made of chromosomes, and the chromosomes, they are like the brownish striped, the snake structure, very repulsive to look at. And these in turn made of DNA molecules, which in turn are made of atoms, in essence. This what appears so beautiful, objectively beautiful flower is nothing but made of billions of atoms. Okay. Now we ask for ultimate analysis. Which of the atom is that beautiful flower? None. If you read this is essential understanding the emptiness of objects being intrinsically one with its parts. If these are not identified as this objectively beautiful flower, remove these atoms, the parts of the flower, what's left there to see if there's a flower as objectively existing different from these parts. Remove the 6 elements, removing these atoms, nothing is left as a flower. If you are certain about it, this is a fourth essential understanding the emptiness of objects being different from its parts, intrinsically different from its parts. Okay, now from the object, what is there? Where is the flower, objectively existing flower? Where? Nowhere. I'm discovering it that it is objectively empty. Stay in this experience for a while. Okay, slowly transform this fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness into a spotlessly clean, thumb-sized white vajra, vertically sitting on the moon just with a heart. Okay, now you have the blaze of the non-dual bodhicittas. The moon is symbolic of the conventional bodhicitta, which is the mental state, wishing to become Buddha for the benefit of Dhamma sentient beings. And this guarantees that the self-centered attitude is going to be exterminated from your mind altogether. And Vajra is symbolic of the ultimate bodhicitta, which is the non-dual wisdom of Arya Bodhisattvas, wisdom emptiness of Arya Bodhisattvas. And this guarantees that all the mental defilements, be it afflictive or cognitive, they're all going to be eradicated completely. Thereby, your true nature of mind will manifest in its full form, no factors hindering anymore. This full awakening, you experience total fearlessness and infinite happiness as a result. Wow, this is amazing. Yes, that's amazing. But don't forget your parents, your children, all your family members, all their Dhamma sentient beings. What's the point? If they suffer terribly and you attain enlightenment, but they're suffering too much, yes, invoke incredibly great compassion towards all Dhamma sentient beings. And this compassion invokes your Vajramuni of the heart to multiply infinite number of times. And you wholeheartedly share one sort of Vajramuni of the heart of the mother, one set with the father, one set with each of the children, your family members, One said, with each of the beings here in Bodh Gaya, the human beings, animals, insects, honey ghosts, god and goddesses, spirits, gandharvas, and each of the beings in your own country, in the world, in the Milky Way galaxy, and in the entire universe, every creature in the ocean, ranging from the tiniest of the amoeba to the biggest of the blue whales, ranging from the tiniest of the insects to the until the biggest of the elephants, wherever in the universe, they are all now got a share of the Vajramon you so generously shared. That's amazing. Let's not forget all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas there watching us. Why not we invite the Buddhist Bodhisattvas to be the guest as well as witness to undertaking the aspiration Bodhisattva vow. As just for making this request, let us slowly stand up and make three prostrations along with all the sentient beings to make great prostrations to all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas. Okay, see if you can sit on your right knees. Page 50. Now that we already know the meaning so well, let us make sure that we don't miss the reflection on meanings as we recite the verses, and also visualize. Just imagine that you are a little girl aged 4 or 5 and or a little boy aged 4 or 5, and today for the first time in your life you are making public appearance on behalf of your school, and your parents that day, whatever they have to do that day, they leave behind all these to join the audience, to give you more support, waving their hands to you, saying that we are here, we are so proud of you. And you, yes, you as a very responsible little girl or little boy, you bring all your siblings to take part in this program, to let them be exposed to this, the program. So, this is exactly what all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas are doing today. They're giving full attention to you. As you requested, they came to witness what you're doing today. And you, as a very responsible, the compassionate person, you think about all the demonstrations beings, you inspire everybody to join you, and you direct them to join you, and they join you. So you are leading this practice, and all demonstrations beings are joining you, and wholeheartedly let us recite these by contemplating on the meanings, or reflecting on the meanings as well. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in virtues all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in virtues all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in virtues all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the amount of bodhicitta, and just as the successful divine Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the amount of bodhicitta, and likewise shall the true successful train the Bodhisattva practices. Feel the joy over having received the explained Bodhisattva vow. Each one of us were extremely meritorious, fortunate that you have received the explained Bodhisattva vow here in the land of enlightenment, the very holy sacred land of the Buddha Shakyamuni, where, motivated by this bodhicitta, the Buddha sat on the diamond throne, or the indestructible throne on which the Buddha became enlightened for the benefit of all Dhamma sentient beings. You have done a great job, and this what you did today. Imagine the mother, after all these many years of hearing complaints from the school about you as a little girl, little boy, that you are very mischievous, very naughty. And today again, the school principal comes with escorted by the staff, and the mother was very apprehensive, very unhappy, and in complaints. School, no, we came here to congratulate you. What for? That your daughter and there is son, although they're very young, and they're selected as the best of students of this school for this year. The mother couldn't believe her eyes and ears. The tears of joy flowing through her eyes. This is exactly what is happening to all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. That all these innumerable sins primordially, they wish that we don't suffer, but we engage in the cause of suffering, the negativities, so forcefully that we continue to experience suffering, having to shed tears. Though the Buddhas Bodhisattvas, they wish that we are forever happy, we continuously keep destroying our virtues, thereby we're continually being deprived of happiness. And today what you did, it gave them such a joy and happiness that they could not believe that something like this will ever happen. And today you made it happen, and the Buddhas Bodhisattvas, they are extremely proud and happy. This pride and happiness invoke the Vajramuni at the hearts in their full-fledged form to multiply infinite number of times. Like rain shower, they descend to merge with the one that you visualize at your heart, thereby becoming non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. Likewise, all these innumerable replicas of Vajramuni from the house of Buddhas Bodhisattvas, like rain shower, they descend to merge with the one that you visualize the heart of your mother, at the heart of your father, at the heart of each one of you, from blessing the children, and each of the beings here in Bodh Gaya, in India, in your own country, in the entire Milky Way galaxy, and in the entire universe. Thereby become non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. This is truly the amazement of all amazements. It's truly the wonder of all wonders. And this is the greatest gift. This is the greatest gift you can possibly think of making to all the dimensional beings. And today you have done that. And of all the offerings, the Buddha stated that one moment of genuine compassion far excels make the offering of the whole universe filled with gems to all Buddhas Bodhisattvas. If this were to be the case, what I mentioned of you, us having taken the aspiration Bodhisattva vow today, and therefore you have made the greatest of the offerings that you can think of in this universe to all the Buddhas Bodhisattvas. And with your life, there's nothing more purposeful, more meaningful than what you did today. You have given such a purpose and meaning to your life today. All these wonders are happening because of the blessings of the Buddhas Bodhisattvas. As a gesture of thanking all the Buddhas Bodhisattvas, again let us slowly stand up to make 3 prostrations on all Dhamma sentient beings. Okay, page 51. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true practice Bodhicitta saving across my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true practice Bodhicitta saving across my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true practice Bodhicitta saving across my life. In order to further increase this bodhicitta from now on, those with discernment who have lucid seized and awakened mind of bodhicitta in this way should highly praise in the following manner. Today my life has borne fruit, having well obtained this human existence. I've been born in the family of the Buddha, and now I'm one of Buddha's children. Thus, whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall I disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race. Just like a blind man discovering a jewel in heap of rubbish, likewise by some coincidence an awakened mind has been born within me. Is a supreme ambrosia that overcomes the sovereignty of death, is the inexhaustible treasure that illuminates all power in the world, is the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease, is a tree that shelters all beings wandering and tired on the path of conditioned existence, is a universal bridge that leads to freedom from our happy stage of birth, is a adornment of the mind that dispels the torment of disturbing conceptions, is a great sun that finally removes the mist ignorance of the world. It is a quintessential butter from the churn of the milk of Dharma. For all those guests traveling on the path of conditioned existence who wish to experience the boundless happiness, this will satisfy them with joy, and it shall place them in supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all the protectors, I invite the world to be guests out of his festival temporary and ultimate delight. May God's demigods all be joyful. I dedicate the marriage thus gathered towards realization that is in the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas all 3 times, and to the holding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May in all lives through the faultless merit never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the 2 stages. From our true collections, vast the space that were missed, from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is blind of ignorance. Te-ta om gate-gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvata om gate-gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvata om gate-gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvata. Okay, 3 prostrations together. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is Sharula and this is Samsangla. This sweet. Can anybody eat? Even without throat problem, they can eat? Yes? Okay. So I'd like to share with everybody. I hope it's sufficient.